Touring exposes weak engineering. A breakdown in the wilderness becomes a survival situation. Manufacturers want you buying fragile appliances, trapped in expensive service departments. Today, we expose the top 15 most reliable touring motorcycles for 2026. We break down exact specs, overbuilt engines, and price tags proving why these rolling anvils refuse to die. I promise you, wait for the final machine. It is a mechanical vault that logs commercial truck mileage. Number 15, the Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager. The traditional American bagger aesthetic is legendary, but domestic options often come with massive price tags and questionable long-term heat management. Kawasaki identified this gap and engineered an absolute tank. The Kawasaki Vulcan 1700 Voyager offers pure touring capability backed by Japanese industrial reliability. This machine utilizes a massive 1,700 cc 52-degree V-twin engine. It produces 72 horsepower and a stump-pulling 100 pound-feet of torque. What makes the Voyager indestructible is its thermal management. Massive V-twins generate terrifying amounts of heat, baking the internal gaskets until they fail. Kawasaki engineered a robust liquid cooling system with massive water jackets surrounding the cylinders. The engine never overheats, even sitting in gridlocked summer traffic. The carbon fiber reinforced belt drive transfers power smoothly, absorbing brutal driveline shock and protecting the transmission gears. The steel double cradle frame provides immense rigidity under heavy luggage loads. You secure a pristine used model for $8,000. A brand new 2026 model commands $19,000. It delivers cross-country dominance on a working-class budget. Classic V-twin baggers own the pavement. But what if your touring route involves shattered asphalt and dirt mountain passes? The next machine devours broken roads. Number 14, the Suzuki V-Strom 1050. Adventure touring subjects a motorcycle to relentless physical abuse. You hit massive potholes. You drop the machine in the gravel. A standard touring bike shatters under this punishment. The Suzuki V-Strom 1050 thrives in this violent environment. It is the ultimate utilitarian touring weapon. Suzuki relies on their legendary 1037 cc liquid-cooled 90-degree V-twin engine. It produces 106 horsepower. This specific engine block remains one of the most reliable power plants ever forged in Japan. The 90-degree layout provides perfect primary balance. It runs incredibly smooth, eliminating the harsh vibrations that vibrate bolts loose and crack metal subframes on lesser adventure bikes. The engine cases are cast incredibly thick. For 2026, Suzuki refined the ride-by-wire throttle in the 6-axis internal measurement unit, offering cruise control and lean-sensitive braking without compromising the raw mechanical durability of the engine. The twin-spar cast aluminum frame refuses to flex under heavy touring loads. You find high-mileage used models for $9,000. You purchase a brand new 2026 version for $15,000. It is a bulletproof pack mule. Join our tribe and subscribe. Adventure bikes conquer the dirt. But what if you demand the absolute pinnacle of British triple-cylinder power paired with a maintenance-free driveline? The upcoming motorcycle redefines European reliability. Number 13, the Triumph Tiger 1200. British motorcycles possess a reputation for elegance, but Triumph wanted to prove they could build a machine capable of surviving the apocalypse. The Triumph Tiger 1200 is a massive overbuilt touring platform designed to cross continents without stopping for chain maintenance. Triumph uses a 1,160 cc liquid-cooled inline triple engine. It unleashes a massive 147 horsepower. The true secret to the Tiger's immortality is the T-plane crankshaft. This unique design provides the low-end traction of a twin-cylinder with the high-revving top speed of a four-cylinder. The internal bearings are massive, designed to handle extreme global touring stress. Furthermore, Triumph bolted on a heavy-duty shaft drive. When you ride 3,000 miles across the country, you never stop to scrub, lubricate, or adjust a filthy drive chain. The enclosed shaft drive sits inside a massive aluminum swing arm, completely protected from rain, mud, and road grit. The 2026 models feature semi-active Showa suspension that automatically levels the motorcycle based on your luggage weight, protecting the chassis geometry. You buy a used model for $13,000. A brand new model demands $22,000. Shaft drive adventure bikes sit incredibly tall. What if you want to stay low to the asphalt and cross the country at warp speed? The next machine is a legendary police interceptor. If you are tired of spending your weekends fixing broken motorcycles instead of riding them, hit the subscribe button right now. Join our garage and discover the machines that survive the test of time. Number 12, the Yamaha FJR1300. When European police departments need a motorcycle to chase down speeding sports cars and idle in the blistering heat for 12 hours straight, they buy the Yamaha FJR1300. It is the undisputed king of the sport touring segment. It combines superbike acceleration with the durability of an industrial tractor. Yamaha engineered a 1,298cc liquid-cooled inline-4 engine. It produces 141 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque. The reliability stems from the overbuilt internal architecture. Yamaha uses forged aluminum pistons and carburized connecting rods. These metallurgy techniques are reserved for high-end racing engines, but Yamaha applies them here to guarantee infinite longevity. The FJR uses a massive, indestructible shaft drive system. The transmission features thick, heavy dog gears that refuse to shear or brake under heavy acceleration. The aerodynamic fairing slices through the wind, protecting the rider from weather fatigue. The electronic adjustable windshield mechanisms are driven by heavy-duty stepper motors that never jam or fail. You find pristine used models for $7,000. You secure a brand new model for $18,000. It is a high-speed intercontinental ballistic missile. Sport touring provides incredible velocity, but many riders demand the sweeping, classic lines of traditional American iron. The upcoming cruiser strips away the delicate electronics for pure mechanical survival. Number 11, the Harley-Davidson Road King Special. Massive fiberglass fairings look beautiful, but they house hundreds of delicate electrical wires, massive touchscreen stereos, and fragile navigation screens. When those screens die, your dashboard becomes a useless black brick. The Harley-Davidson Road King Special eliminates the electronic nightmare. It offers pure, unadulterated American touring comfort without the fragile digital fluff. Harley-Davidson equips this machine with the massive Milwaukee 8 114 cubic inch V-twin engine. It produces 118 pound-feet of torque. The Road King earns its place on this list because of its mechanical simplicity. It lacks the massive batwing fairing. It utilizes a simple, quick-detach windshield. The engine features 4 valves per cylinder and dual spark plugs, ensuring incredibly efficient and clean combustion. Harley engineers rubber-mounted the engine to isolate the heavy vibrations from the steel frame, preventing the chassis welds from cracking under stress. The massive telescopic front forks and easily adjustable rear shocks absorb harsh interstate expansion joints. You get massive saddlebags, a comfortable upright touring posture, and an engine block designed to log hundreds of thousands of miles. You purchase a used model for $15,000. A brand new 2026 model commands $24,000. American muscle commands the highway. But what if you want Italian charm combined with the absolute simplest AIR-cooled architecture on the market? The next machine is a mechanical masterpiece. Number 10, the Moto Guzzi V85 TT. Modern touring motorcycles are incredibly complex. They require diagnostic laptops to reset basic service codes. Moto Guzzi rejects this modern nightmare. The Moto Guzzi V85 TT is a classic air-cooled touring machine that you can maintain in your own garage with basic steel wrenches. It offers Italian touring elegance with farm equipment reliability. Moto Guzzi utilizes their legendary 853cc air-cooled transverse V-twin engine. It produces 76 horsepower. The engine cylinders poke outward into the windstream. This brilliant transverse mounting provides perfect natural air cooling, completely eliminating the need for a fragile radiator, a failing water pump, or leaking coolant hoses. The motorcycle possesses fewer moving parts to brake. Moto Guzzi integrated a heavy-duty shaft drive directly into the right side swing arm. You never lubricate a chain. The 2026 model features updated variable valve timing to improve fuel efficiency and torque. But the core engine block remains a thick, overbuilt piece of aluminum art. It is a middleweight touring machine that refuses to strand you. You find used models for $8,000. A brand new model costs $13,000. Air-cooled simplicity is refreshing, but sometimes you want maximum, liquid-cooled American luxury to dominate the interstate. The upcoming Bagger delivers terrifying horsepower in a massive package. Number 9. The Indian Pursuit. Indian motorcycle watched the American touring market stagnate. They saw riders complaining about sluggish, air-cooled engines struggling to climb massive mountain grades. Indian responded by dropping a liquid-cooled nuclear reactor into a luxury touring frame. The Indian Pursuit is an absolute heavyweight titan engineered to flatten continents. The heart of the Pursuit is the 1,768cc liquid-cooled Power Plus V-twin engine. It unleashes a massive 122 horsepower and 128 pound-feet of torque. This is the most powerful American V-twin straight from a factory floor. The reliability stems from the advanced liquid cooling system. The cylinders run incredibly cool, maintaining perfect oil viscosity and preventing internal metal expansion under extreme loads. Indian bolted this massive engine inside a rigid cast aluminum frame, completely abandoning the traditional flexible steel tube frames used by competitors. The aluminum frame provides superbike-level stability in high-speed corners. The 2026 model features an electronically adjustable rear suspension preload system, allowing you to perfectly balance the motorcycle from the touchscreen dashboard. It features chassis-mounted fairings, protecting the steering column from heavy wind buffeting. You buy a used model for $22,000. A brand new model demands $30,000. Luxury baggers offer immense comfort. But what if you want to cross the country on a machine derived directly from a terrifying hyperbike? The next motorcycle destroys tires and eats miles. Number 8. The Kawasaki Concours 14. Some touring riders demand absolute terrifying speed. They want to load their saddlebags and accelerate past traffic like a fighter jet. Kawasaki took their legendary ZX-14 drag racing hyperbike, detuned it slightly for extreme longevity, and wrapped it in touring bodywork. The Kawasaki Concours 14 is a brutal, high-speed touring weapon. Kawasaki utilizes a 1,352cc liquid-cooled inline-4 engine. It produces a staggering 150 horsepower. The longevity of this machine comes from its heavily de-stressed architecture. Because this engine was originally designed to produce nearly 200 horsepower in a superbike, running it at 150 horsepower means the internal bearings, the connecting rods, and the forged pistons experience zero actual stress. It cruises at 100 miles per hour while barely breaking a sweat. Kawasaki added a massive tetra-lever shaft drive system that completely eliminates the chassis jacking effect common in high-horsepower, shaft-driven motorcycles. The variable valve timing system ensures massive low-end torque for passing heavy trucks, while the rigid monocoque aluminum frame provides absolute stability in high-wind environments. You secure a used model for $6,000. A brand new model costs $16,000. Hyper-touring machines offer pure adrenaline. But what if you want the absolute perfect balance of German police engineering and boxer engine heritage? The upcoming machine is the ultimate precision instrument. Are you planning to ride across the country this year? Hit the like button and leave a comment below, telling me which touring motorcycle you trust with your life. Now let us look at the German standard of reliability. Number 7. The BMW R1300 RT. German engineering prioritizes clinical perfection. European police forces rely on the BMW RT platform to patrol the Autobahn and escort dignitaries. It is an uncompromising machine built for elite riders who demand perfect handling and absolute mechanical reliability. The 2026 BMW R1300R. T represents the absolute pinnacle of the Boxer twin lineage. BMW uses their brand new 1300cc liquid-cooled Boxer twin engine. It produces 145 horsepower. The Boxer layout pushes the heavy metal cylinders outward horizontally, dropping the center of gravity to the asphalt. This makes the massive touring bike handle like a lightweight sport bike at low speeds. The reliability comes from the massive, heavy-duty engine casing and the shift cam technology. Shift cam dynamically alters the camshaft profiles, providing smooth idling in heavy traffic and massive power on the open road. The 2026 model completely abandons traditional manual shifting by introducing the automated shift assistant. The heavy-duty internal actuators shift the transmission with perfect, calculated precision, eliminating human error and preventing catastrophic missed shifts that destroy transmission gears. The front telelever suspension isolates braking forces, preventing the front end from diving during emergency stops. You find US R1250 models for $14,000. The brand new 2026 R1300 demands $20,000. German logic is beautiful, but what is the absolute most reliable, low-stress, fuel-efficient engine ever built for solo touring? The next machine hides a massive secret under its plastic bodywork. Number 6. The Honda NC750X. Touring does not require a massive 900-pound behemoth. Solo riders who pack light need a nimble, ultra-efficient machine that never breaks down. Honda engineers looked at the automotive industry for inspiration. They designed the Honda NC750X by literally cutting a Honda Fit car engine perfectly in half. Honda uses a 745cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine. It produces 58 horsepower. This motorcycle outlives the competition because of its radically low redline. The engine stops revving at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Because the engine spins so slowly, the internal piston rings and cylinder walls experience almost zero friction wear. You cannot blow this engine up. It refuses to die. Honda leaned the engine block radically forward, creating space for a massive 23-liter waterproof storage trunk exactly where the traditional gas tank belongs. You drop your helmet and your touring gear straight into the bike. The 2026 model utilizes the legendary dual-clutch transmission, shifting gears perfectly and extending the life of the internal clutch plates. It achieves an astonishing 65 miles per gallon, giving you massive touring range. You secure a used model for $5,000. A brand new model costs $9,000. Efficient solo touring is smart, but what if you want to ride to Alaska, cross glaciers, and never perform a single chain adjustment? The upcoming adventure tank survives the harshest environments on Earth. Number 5. The Yamaha Tenere 1200. When you leave civilization behind, you need a machine forged from heavy metal. The adventure touring market is filled with fragile European bikes featuring delicate electronics. Yamaha refused to build a fragile toy. They built the Yamaha Tenere 1200. It is a massive, unstoppable tank that ignores physical abuse. Yamaha uses a 1,199cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine. It produces 112 horsepower. The engine block is a fortress. Yamaha engineered a 270-degree crank for massive rear-wheel traction in the dirt. The mechanical immortality of the Tenere comes from the heavy-duty shaft drive system and the thick, overbuilt steel frame. Unlike modern adventure bikes that use thin, lightweight aluminum to save weight, Yamaha used thick steel tubes designed to survive massive impacts without snapping. The engine utilizes dry sump lubrication, storing the oil in a separate tank inside the engine case to prevent oil starvation when riding up incredibly steep mountain grades. The spoked wheels use a unique tubeless design, allowing you to plug a flat tire on the side of the trail in 2 minutes. You find used models for $8,000. A brand new model commands $16,000. The Tenere is an off-road monster, but the open American highway demands a massive air-cooled heart. The next machine delivers pure heritage touring. Number 4. The Indian Roadmaster. Some touring riders demand the ultimate luxury experience wrapped in classic, sweeping American fenders. They want massive leather seats, premium audio, and a chrome engine block that looks like industrial art. The Indian Roadmaster provides an unparalleled highway experience driven by an incredibly robust air-cooled power plant. Indian equips the Roadmaster with a massive Thunderstroke 116 cubic inch V-twin engine. It unleashes 126 pound-feet of torque. This engine is a mechanical masterpiece. It utilizes simple, proven pushrod valve actuation. Indian engineered massive, deep cooling fins into the aluminum cylinders, aggressively shedding thermal heat into the windstream. The true reliability factor lies in the gear-driven primary drive. Older American V-twins use stretching, failing primary chains. Indian uses massive steel gears to transfer power from the crankshaft to the transmission, completely eliminating a major failure point. The Roadmaster features a massive, fork-mounted fairing that cuts a perfect hole in the wind. The 2026 model features heated grips, a heated seat, and the Ride Command touchscreen navigation system. You purchase a pristine, used model for $18,000. A brand new model demands $32,000. Air-cooled Indian luxury is stunning, but the ultimate highway command center from the rival American manufacturer relies on twin-cooled technology to survive the summer heat. The upcoming bagger defines cross-country travel. Number 3. The Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited. The Harley-Davidson Batwing fairing is the most recognizable silhouette on the American interstate. Millions of miles have been logged behind that fairing. The Harley-Davidson Ultra Limited represents the absolute peak of the traditional touring lineage. It is a rolling living room engineered to cross state lines without breaking a sweat. Harley-Davidson utilizes the twin-cooled Milwaukee 114 cubic inch V-twin engine. It produces 122 pound-feet of torque. The mechanical brilliance of the Ultra Limited is the twin-cooled system. Harley engineers recognize that massive air-cooled engines suffer in stop-and-go traffic. They integrated discrete liquid cooling channels, specifically targeting the exhaust valves in the cylinder heads. Miniature radiators hide perfectly inside the lower leg fairings. This hybrid cooling system keeps the engine running at optimal temperatures forever, protecting the internal gaskets from thermal degradation. The motorcycle features a heavy-duty charging system designed to power massive heated riding gear, premium stereos, and auxiliary lighting without burning out the stator. The massive tour-pack trunk swallows 2 full-face helmets easily. You find used models for $17,000. A brand new 2026 model costs $32,000. American V-twins provide the classic rumble. But what if you want an inline-6 engine that sounds like a screaming Formula One race car? The next motorcycle bends the laws of physics. Number 2, the BMW K1600 GTL. Engineers claim that building an inline 6-cylinder motorcycle is too heavy and too wide for practical touring. BMW engineers ignored the critics and built a masterpiece. The BMW K1600 GTL is a luxury touring missile that produces a soundtrack unlike anything else on the road. BMW utilizes a 1,649cc liquid-cooled inline-6 engine. It unleashes an earth-shattering 160 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. The longevity of this magnificent engine is absolute. An inline-6 engine possesses perfect primary and secondary balance. The pistons cancel out each other's kinetic energy perfectly. The engine produces zero vibration. You can ride this machine at 100 miles per hour for 6 hours, and your hands will never feel a single buzz. BMW angled the massive cylinder block heavily forward, dropping the heavy weight directly above the front tire. This makes the massive touring bike handle incredibly fast in tight mountain corners. The dual-lever front suspension utilizes a girder-style rigid fork, separating steering and suspension forces completely. It features a brilliant reverse gear, allowing you to back the heavy machine out of steep parking spaces using the starter motor. You secure a used model for $14,000. A brand new model commands $28,000. We have reached the absolute peak. The final machine on this list outlives its owners. It is the undisputed, unchallenged king of high-mileage touring. Number 1. The Honda Goldwing Tour. When a rider decides to travel 300,000 miles across the continent, there is only one logical choice. Every other motorcycle is a cheap compromise. The Honda Goldwing Tour is a mechanical vault. You will find hundreds of these machines roaming the highways with over 500,000 miles on the original engine blocks. It is the most reliable touring motorcycle ever created in human history. Honda utilizes an absolutely massive 1,833cc, liquid-cooled horizontally opposed, flat-six engine. This unique engine design places 3 massive cylinders on each side of the motorcycle. The flat-six architecture provides a massive, perfectly balanced footprint. The internal components are heavily de-stressed, operating at incredibly low, car-like RPMs. The 2026 model utilizes the legendary 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. The DCT shifts perfectly every single time, completely eliminating catastrophic missed shifts and protecting the transmission gears forever. The heavy-duty shaft drive requires zero maintenance. Honda engineered a revolutionary double wishbone front suspension. Traditional telescopic forks flex under the massive weight of a heavy touring bike, blowing out fork seals. The double wishbone design uses rigid aluminum tie rods in a central shock absorber, eliminating fork flex and providing the most stable, planted front end in the industry. The Goldwing features a built-in airbag, electronic windshield adjustments, Apple CarPlay, and a walking speed reverse gear. It is the absolute pinnacle of touring luxury and mechanical immortality. You purchase a pristine US model for $16,000. A brand new 2026 model demands $23,000. Click the next video to continue the ride. Click like and make sure to join the tribe by subscribe.